I'm Betty Kaufman with Wine Shop at Home. Today, Bandit and I are going to talk about the differences between Syrah and Petite Sirah. Two beautiful summer wines that go great with campfire and barbecue food. So what are the differences? Well, it's important to look back at the late 1800s to see how Petite Sirah started out. So Syrah has been around for hundreds of years. Well, in the late 1800s, a gentleman by the name of Francois Dorif in France wanted to create a Syrah grape that was not prone to mold. So he did all kinds of magic in his lab, did some cross-breeding, and came up with a new grape that he proudly named after himself, the Dorif grape. Now the good news about the Dorif grape is it wasn't prone to mold. The bad news, bad wine. So the Dorif grape kind of went away pretty quickly, or so we thought. Well, in the 1960s, a new grape started showing up in Napa with the name Petite Sirah. Nobody knew what it was. In around the year 2000, UC Davis did some DNA work to determine that, in fact, that grape called Petite Sirah was the Dorif grape. Thankfully, when it was planted in the 60s, it was planted pretty sloppily. So it was planted right next to Syrah and Zinfandel and Merlot, and it probably took on some of those characteristics. It luckily took on some of those characteristics to become the beautiful Petite Sirah that we know and love today. So that is the heritage of Syrah versus Petite Sirah. Now, how are they different? Well, actually, they're quite similar. I already said that they both go great with campfire and barbecue food. Karen McNeil, who wrote the Wine Bible, describes Syrah as rustic and manly yet elegant. Gotta love that description. You think of smoky, deep berry. Well, I've heard descriptions of Petite Sirah that are quite similar. Rustic, manly, and hearty. So you've got an elegant rustic wine and a hearty rustic wine. Suffice it to say that you could probably confuse one for the other, but it's really fun to do side-by-side tastings, and I really encourage you to do that this summer. For your next barbecue, your next campfire, get a bottle of Syrah, get a bottle of Petite Sirah, enjoy them both, and see if you can see the differences. Cheers to a wonderful summer filled with barbecues and campfires and lots of Syrah and lots of Petite Sirah. Cheers and thank you.